Hey everyone, have you ever found yourself wondering why you're still single? You've got everything going for you, but for some reason, the right relationship just never seems to happen. You're not alone. In today's video, we're going to dive into the 7 subtle behaviors that could be keeping you single. These aren't just the obvious red flags, they're behaviors you might not even realize are sabotaging your chances at finding love. So, stick around to see if any of these are holding you back from finding the relationship you truly deserve. 1. Fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is a common reason people stay single, and it often prevents them from taking risks. It's completely natural to fear being turned down, but letting that fear control you means you might never take the leap to ask someone out or express your feelings. Rejection is a part of life, and while it's never fun, it's also not the end of the world. Every rejection brings you one step closer to finding the right person. Instead of focusing on the fear, think about the potential reward. The worst someone can say is no, but the best outcome could be a wonderful relationship. 2. You have low self-esteem. You've probably heard the saying, you can't love someone else until you learn to love yourself. When you struggle with low self-esteem, it's easy to lose your identity in a relationship. Instead of building your own sense of self, you end up using your partner to fill that void. You start feeling like you don't deserve their love, and the constant fear that they'll leave you takes over. This insecurity only makes things worse. You begin to overthink small actions, blow things out of proportion, and even suspect your partner of things that aren't happening. It's draining for both of you. 3. Overthinking everything. Overthinking is a behavior that many people struggle with, and it can be a huge barrier to finding love. You meet someone you like, and suddenly you're analyzing every text, every word, and every pause in conversation. You might convince yourself that they're not really interested, or that you're going to get hurt, all before giving things a real chance. This constant analysis creates anxiety, which can push people away. Instead of overthinking every little thing, try to live in the moment. Enjoy the time you spend together, and don't jump to conclusions based on assumptions. Remember, not everything needs to be dissected. Sometimes it's better to just let things unfold naturally. 4. You worry that being in a relationship will mean losing your independence. Movies often make relationships seem like you need someone else to complete you, but that's not the healthiest way to look at things. Maybe, deep down, you're afraid of commitment because you think being in a relationship will take away your independence or freedom. But in reality, the opposite is true. In a healthy relationship, you should never have to give up who you are, your independence, or your personal identity to make things work. The key to a strong, lasting relationship is figuring out how to keep your independence while also being happily committed to your partner. 5. Fear of vulnerability. One of the biggest obstacles to forming deep connections is the fear of being vulnerable. Being vulnerable means opening up, showing your true self, and risking rejection. It can feel scary, but without it, real intimacy can't grow. If you're always putting up walls, potential partners might feel like you're pushing them away. This creates distance and stops relationships from growing deeper. Here's a solution. Start small. Share little details about your life with people you're interested in and see how they respond. The more you practice being open, the easier it gets to lower your guard with the right person. 6. Being too picky. Don't get me wrong, having standards is important. You deserve someone who treats you well and aligns with your values. But if you're too focused on the small stuff, like their height, job title, or hobbies, you could be shutting the door on some great potential partners. No one is perfect, including us. And if you're always looking for flaws or disqualifying people for trivial reasons, you might be missing out. It's good to have non-negotiables, but it's also important to be open-minded about the rest. Look beyond the surface and focus on the qualities that matter most, like kindness, compatibility, and shared values. And finally, holding on to past relationships. Another big one, holding on to the past. Whether it's an ex you can't let go of or emotional baggage from a bad relationship, holding on to past pain can keep you from moving forward. It's natural to have fears after being hurt, but if you're constantly comparing new people to your ex or assuming every relationship will end the same way, you're not giving anyone a fair chance. It's important to take time to heal and let go. Remember, not everyone is the same, and the right person won't repeat the mistakes of the past. Give yourself and them the opportunity for a fresh start. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might need to hear this. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on relationships, personal growth, and everything in between. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next one.